journey around the city of Guangzhou. This is my ticket. Guangzhou was one of the first Chinese cities that opened to outside world. Today it is even bigger than ever. The city is a frantic mix of modernism, multiculturalism, and constant movement. Time to take off. This is a city with incredible vitality and a thirst for any enjoyment of life. Compared with Beijing, Guangzhou is apolitical, commercial, and enthusiastic about anything that's trendy, experimental, or novel. First built more than 2 millennia ago, Guangzhou is one of the world's earliest trade and shipping centers. It was one of the first Chinese port cities to do business with the outside world and has long learned how to blend cultures. Guangzhou has a special capacity to merge and thrive on differences, as well as a determination to prosper. If you live in a city like this, you have the advantages of all the entertainment an urban environment can offer and the ease of a convenient lifestyle. On the outskirts of Guangzhou, there is a gigantic wildlife zoo. Two national parks and several resorts. Guangzhou is a major business center and hosts a full calendar of conventions and trade fairs. The most famous is the Chinese Export Commodities Fair, known as the Guangzhou Trade Fair. The event continues to expand, so the Guangzhou International Convention and Exhibition Center was built to cater for that demand. The building is one of the biggest of its kind in China. But the strong commercialism is not the only dominant theme of the city. Guangzhou also has a dynamic arts community. The Guangdong Museum of Art is a non-profit center that prides itself on being on the edge of artistic thinking. The center's aim is to record the changes of the country. Apart from regular exhibitions, the museum holds seminars, lectures, and art classes. A visit around here is a shortcut, a convenient quick glimpse into the local flow of art spirit. Side by side with these modern venues, in downtown Guangzhou stand some ancient structures that are a testament to the city's rich history. The tomb of the Nanyue king, built during the 1st century BC, is one of the earliest traces of a city nearly as old as ancient Rome and Athens. Now let's explore the tomb that was built over 2,000 years ago. Oops, mind your head. And all these stones, they are the originals. Over there in that chamber, people discovered musical instruments. And over here, treasures and objects King Zhaomo used when he was alive. Now here we come to the main room of the tomb. King Zhaomo was between the age like 40 and 45 when he died. Over there in that chamber, 4 of his wives were buried to keep him company. Over here, 7 of his servants. Now, in the back of the chamber, people have discovered vessels you would use in the kitchen. So he perfectly would have everything he would need here. Now, this tomb is kind of small compared to other tombs I've been to, very modest. But the objects discovered here, like jade garments sewn with silk thread or silver box, are just as priceless. Ancient Chinese believed jade had a special power to protect you from evil. That's why jade is such a popular ornament. Here, King Zhaomo was wrapped up in some 2,291 pieces of jade. All the pieces were carefully crafted, and the shroud was tailored to the king's shape. Also discovered in the tomb was the king's royal seal, which was the key to his status. All the jade here reflects the amazing craftsmanship and the style of the time. From the time of King Zhaomo, the city of Guangzhou has grown into a major trade center, a starting point of the Silk Road on the sea. The Huaisheng Mosque is among the very first mosques ever built on Chinese soil. Around the Tang Dynasty, more than 1,500 years ago, Muslim beliefs were brought to China from across the seas by Arabian traders. Around that time, tens of thousands of believers thronged around the mosque. As one of the earliest of such kind of building, the mosque was built in the traditional Chinese style. Today, every Friday morning, the mosque hosts regular prayers and thousands of people still come. Islam was not the only belief system to exert an influence. Buddhism and Christianity also made their way here. The Sacred Heart Catholic Church in downtown Guangzhou is worth a visit. It took 25 years to build and was completed in 1888. The church was made of granite, and you can imagine the impact it would have made at the time. Its Gothic arches reach up to a high vault, saying in an architectural language that you should bow to the Almighty. All these lines give you a feeling of transcending to heaven. The masses here are in 3 languages: Cantonese, Mandarin, and English. The leading lighting in the windows used to be imported from France. Below the base of the church, people have hidden religious tokens and silver coins used in the Qing dynasty. Apart from that, there are 2 kilograms of earth, one from Jerusalem and one from Rome. These golden fish are so big, there must be lots of people feeding them every day. The place is called Baomo Yuan, a garden-style museum offering you a glimpse of the local Lingnan culture. Right at the entrance of this museum, there's a wall made of more than 1,000 carved bricks. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of birds are perched on the bricks, all paying tribute to the phoenix in the center. You will find plenty of banyan trees around here, some big, some really small. Guess how old this one is? Over 100 years. Unbelievable, isn't it? And this one's much younger. He's only 65. Oh, they're all much older than me. The garden was designed to give a distinctive local flavor. The shape and painting style of the walls are quite different from that you would discover in northern China. Regular shows of local opera is also staged in a boat-shaped tea house on the lake. The garden, 宝墨园, literally means the treasure ink. Here, small museums house the private collections of people around the region. You can find some local masterpieces. The style is usually gentle, refined, and light. Guess where I'm going now? In such a big city like Guangzhou, they have a safari park. Let's check out what kind of animals they have. Take a look at my vehicle. The zoo is officially called the Guangzhou Xiangjiang Wildlife Zoo. You can either walk or take the small locomotive around the vast park. For all the attractions, the white tiger is definitely the highlight. He's very friendly now. More than 60 white tigers live here, about 1/3 of the world's total white tiger population. And the park is also the largest breeding ground for the white tigers. You can get really close to them. At an age of 2 months, these predators are no more than big cats. Once they hit 3 months, their teeth have some bite, and they won't be available for photos like this. There are 2 kinds of flamingo here. The paler feather ones are the African flamingos, and the redder ones are the Cuban flamingos. It seems everybody's sleeping. I wonder how can they do that with such loud background music. Things are quite different around here. not sleeping at all. I think he's staring at me. Somehow, these tropical birds are trained to stay cool. Few are very curious about the camera, and the camera loves them. Their flamboyant feathers and beaks stand out in any snap. In one particular place, the 100-bird garden, you can witness something really unusual, with a little bit of luck. At dusk, when there are fewer visitors in a huge cage, the bird feeders prepare a grand meal of live worms on the ground. Then, a male peacock swings into view with his fabulous yet slightly clumsy display of feathers. He's out to impress, but he doesn't seem to having much success. The zoo covers about 100 hectares and houses more than 40,000 animals drawn from more than 400 species around the world. It's carefully planned and decorated. Even the dustbin has its own character. Sorry, the crocodile told me to do so. There are shows on all day long throughout this part of the zoo. The performers include elephants, parrots, crocodiles, and sea lions. But the biggest thrill has to be the tigers. The sun is setting. It's time to begin real adventure. We will watch those animals for a whole day. It's their turn to watch us. This time, instead of watching the animals in their confined spaces, it's time for us to be locked up. Here, safety is the top priority, and you can't help but hold your breath. The animals are the most active when the zookeepers come over and give them their daily feed. A grown-up tiger or lion will have about 4 kilograms of fresh beef, chicken, and chicken bones. The zookeepers will mix vitamins in with it as well. The leopard is the best runner of all the animals. His top speed is 120 kilometers per hour, but he can only keep that up for 2 or 3 seconds. Looks like he's looking for something. Really beautiful and powerful. Out of the predator zone, we enter the African zone for a moment of relief. It's so vast that I feel that I'm on a movie set, like the one for Jurassic Park. How many chances are there that you get to see a group of giraffes galloping around? With these docile creatures in this part, you could get off the bus for a while and breathe some fresh air. You can even make a friend or two.
Hello! Welcome to TRAVELOGUE. Since he doesn't speak English,
an avid student of nature, you can learn a few new steps. But not without risking a mild reproach.
But he got such a hot temper. All right, goodbye. I'll leave you alone. Woo! Have you ever been to a zoo at nighttime? This is one of the 2 night zoos around the world. Animals are much more active in the evening.
The darkness of the night fills you with a sense of mystery and awe. To watch the animals at night is a unique experience. You get the feeling you are just an intruder in an animal kingdom. Sometimes you could see their eyes flash in the darkness. These moments are reminders of a primeval world where the animals' ancestors would roam in the deep forest, prowling for prey at night. The visitors and the animals are kept apart by ditches that are seamlessly disguised by grasses, vines, and trees.
We are afraid of them. They are afraid of us. I know I'm quite safe here, but I really need to get back to my car now.
At nighttime, the city of Guangzhou takes on a completely different look.
You can take a look at Guangzhou from the Pearl River, both in the daytime and in the evening. And my boat leaves at 6:30.
The Pearl River gets its name from a legend that once upon a time, an Arab businessman accidentally dropped a beautiful pearl in this river. This is the mother river of Guangzhou, and without it, this area would not have become the hub it is today. Take a cruise and you can see the buildings that make up the city's past and present. It's like reading a book of history. There are boat trips along the river during the day and night, and you can also sample a simple buffet on board. The river's banks are lined with bars and clubs. You really are spoiled for choice when it comes to a place to have a drink. The days here are usually hot, so nighttime is when the people come out to play, especially if there is a cool breeze. The streets are still crowded and the night is young. There are many more hours of dancing and singing ahead.
It's 11 o'clock in the evening. The nightlife here in Guangzhou has just begun. Let's enjoy it.
If you happen to run into the opening of a new spot, you might see a line dance. This is called the Southern Line Dance. The costumes, the stunts, and the beat could only come from this part of the world.
The city is always on the move. There are so many places you can hang around and talk about. But strangely, you never feel exhausted here
It's like the city is invigorating. I wish I could stay here longer. Here comes my stop. I'll see you around next time.